What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor esports match review, and today we are going to be taking a look at FAP TV going up against Team Elvo here. And I chose this game to spectate because I saw that there will be a ton of action. There will be more than 1 kill per minute at many points throughout this game. Super fast tempo gameplay by both teams, so that is always fun to watch. And both teams also went for some interesting picks. On the side of Team Elvo, we have that Violet in the marksman position coming out, which isn't seen too often so far. I mean, it's a pretty standard pick, but it's not like a top tier marksman like Zill or Capheny. And we also have a Zill in the jungle coming up from Team Elvo here, which also isn't the most standard pick. Then we have Ignis in the mid lane, of course, pretty special too, on the side of FAP TV, and Keera in the jungle, which I'm really excited to see because we don't see her very often either in pro play, because usually she is hard to fit into a team comp, and whenever she does fit, the enemies quickly realize and ban her away the second ban wave, because that hero can be very strong if she is executed properly. And yeah, straight off the get-go, they are ganking that Malok in the mid lane on the side of Elvo, and poke him to half HP, but he's fine. He took that blue health camp and is regenning, so he will be fine for the next fight if there is one to break out for that dragon, most likely. Just to quickly tell you the whole rosters here. Of course, we have Richter in that Slayer lane going up against Yena on the side of Elvo. We have, as I already mentioned, Keera in the jungle on FAP TV going up against that Zill in the jungle on Team Elvo that just picked up that dragon for his team. So Team Elvo already 300 gold ahead. Nothing too big though, so game is still, of course, very even. Meanwhile, FAP TV is trying to make a play on the other side of the map, as they should, trying to invade that red, but the Malok is able to defend it. As I said, Malok in the mid lane, Team Elvo against Ignis in the mid lane. And to round off their roster, FAP TV chose Capheny in the marksman position with Lumber as her support, who will be able to protect her pretty well. Also sets up a good combo with those ultimates, both AoE ultimates. He can keep the enemies in Capheny's ult. And of course, as I already mentioned, that Violet and Timmy bot lane on the side of Team Elvo, and Timmy already having to use his ult. Wanted to stay safe there. He wasn't sure if his Violet is gonna drop, so he just made sure if that happens that she is gonna get revived there, although they didn't have enough damage anyway. And Malok is able to follow up to protect that tower. Now, so far, the 1 kill per minute that I promised is not true at all. It is 0-0, 3.5 minutes in, but of course that will change very, very soon. Even Yena and Richter are going at it, using all their abilities. Ooh, but Yena is winning so far. Beautiful dodge on that Richter S2. And Malok just jumps in. See, no one is jumping out this game. They just want to keep fighting, and it is beautiful so far. Of course, late game, I would say the Violet Timmy combo is incredibly strong and hard counters that Keera, hard counters that Richter, and yeah, it will be really difficult. And Zill can just rain on the parade of Capheny and the Ignis very easily. So I would say Team Elvo has the lead for the late game in terms of team comp, and they are also winning so far. They just took down that Richter while I was explaining the late games, and yeah, beautiful so far. Zill definitely in a very commanding lead now. Elvo instantly starts off that dragon as well. They don't care. They don't have their Zill there. They still just instantly started. Beautiful Arctic Orb by Timmy there, able to dodge most of FAP TV's damage there. And yeah, they just keep doing this dragon. They have, of course, the execute. Yeah, beautiful. If you don't have punish, if you don't have punish, the Violet ult deals more damage to the dragon anyway. So they are just playing very, very aggressively. I'm really liking this roster so far, coming from Team Elvo's side. That is just beautiful. They know exactly what they are able to do, and they are just executing it beautifully. And this Zill is very scary right now. He's level 9, he has double buff, and he has quite a bit of gold. He has the most gold in the game, I believe, after that first blood, and he instantly jumps on that That's what I'm talking about. The Capheny just drops so easily to a Zill. If you ever played Zill against Capheny, it is a free kill every single time. She cannot escape you at all. And yeah, that is pretty much what I predicted this game to develop into. But of course, I wouldn't be uploading it if I didn't check ahead a little bit and saw that the game is very even at a lot of points in the game. So yeah. By the way, guys, you guys told me to, you guys upvoted a comment telling me to spectate Grak from J-Jack, and the only game I found was on day 7, I believe. Beautiful kill again coming out from Zill, no counterplay there. But yeah, I checked that game out. It was just a huge stomp from Talon, and Grak hit some nice hooks, but it wasn't like, it didn't make it enough exciting to watch. So let me know if there's another Grak game that you meant. Please let me know in the comments. But it was just a complete stomp from Talon, like 24-2. So I don't know, I chose to spectate this instead for today. And yeah, let me know if I made the wrong decision. I don't think so. Anyway, beautiful so far. 3-0 for the side of Team Elvo. 3k gold ahead. They are in a commanding lead here. And they try to trap that. Richter not able to. He goes for the safe route. Very well played by him, recognizing that threat. And that Malok is also just dangerously farming away. That Malok can do so much damage late game. And I mean, Capheny kills Malok very easily. The Ignis really just stuns him all the time, and it's hard for Malok to play at that point. But still, Malok, if he lands a good ult, if he lands a good first ability onto 3 people after the ult with that true damage, it is just absolutely crazy. So we will have to, they definitely have to watch out for this Malok as well. And right as I was saying that, FAP TV took down a dragon. Gets a dragon because they just played around the vision a little bit better. They had the control of that mid lane wave. Ooh, but that Yena, ooh, she tries to flicker, but the Ignis just gets the shield from his first ability, and that just makes him too tanky there. Arctic Orb used by that Capheny. Is she gonna be able to get away? Oh, the team uses ult, does not drop though, but it was still worth. Team Elvo gets the tower in the end. Violet was happily farming that away. They also get the Arctic Orb out of the Capheny, so she won't have that for the next fight, for the next time Zill jumps on her. So overall, Team Elvo still in a very nice lead here. Developed a 4,000 gold lead here, okay? So that's already pretty big. That is a very large gold lead. Yeah, that is a very large gold lead. Nothing else to say. That Violet is also in a very good spot. 5.5k gold, almost as much gold as her jungler. And yeah, that Zill has his Hecate. Oof, that Zill is really strong right now. He does a ton of damage, and you can see. But ooh, he gets Arctic Orbed, and then he can't proc his ult, proc his passive and jump away anymore. Timmy ult not available, and 2 of them drop. Timmy instantly uses Arctic his endless cycle, so he already respawned. Keera just completed her evil secrets. That's gonna do a ton more damage at this point. She had to build that because 2 of the enemies already have a Medallion of Troy. The Malok and the Yena already boasting a ton of magic resistance, around 450 for both of them already, probably around 500 even. The boots, the base magic resistance, and the 300 from Medallion of Troy. These are some tanky enemies, man. They're really trying to shut down this Keera here. Although she isn't really doing too much, but she has 5.2k gold. She's still doing pretty well. Of course, still almost 1k less than that Zill. He is just dominating this game so far. And we'll see. He gets the dragon as well. And they can definitely try to set up for a Slayer very soon. If they get that mid lane tower down, they have a lot of breathing room there. And that will definitely be their next goal, I would assume. They can poke it really easily as well with that Violet. Of course, Violet's so good at sieging these towers. But FAP TV, of course, with that Ignis wave clear, might be a little bit too much, especially when he has his ult. Capheny just completing her Devil's Handshake, which is just gonna give her so much more attack damage. Of course, attack speed is converted into attack damage for her. And that Yena bullying that Keera with her magic resistance. I mean, nothing Keera can do against so much magic resistance so early into the game. And yeah, look at this. Without minions, that Violet, just 5 more shots, and it is a dead tower from out of range. That is just, of course, the strength of Violet. Ooh, she gets caught. She gets caught by that Keera though. Does not get instantly one-shot, so the TV ult unfortunately wasted. But they are able to pick up that teamy kill in the end. That is the only person dropping so far. Meanwhile though, Yeena is pushing that wave very beautifully and gets that tier 2 tower. So again, that just moves them even closer to that tier 3 tower in that bottom lane. And when they get that, that always enables a very free Slayer. We can see that team fight again. I'm very surprised that not more people dropped. But yeah, that Keera just wasn't able to do a ton of damage there before she had to jump out. And yeah, she just completely hurts 500 though. That is the beautiful Keera power spike right now, okay? That is her 3-item power spike that is just gonna do so much damage if she is able to get those 3 ranged auto attacks from her S2 after she procs her S1 onto that enemy. That is just gonna do, that is just gonna burst pretty much everyone who isn't Malok and Yeena here, because of course they have a ton of magic resistance. But as I said, keep in mind, ooh, again, just look at this. The FAP TV just doesn't pay attention for 1 second to their marksman, and Zill instantly one-shots her. But meanwhile, the Keera just one-shots the Violet on Elvo's side, but they are able to get vengeance onto her and pick off that Keera as well. That Timmy ult again too late. Those Timmy ults, man, I'm very unfortunate so far. Timmy is a very difficult support to play. That ult is really, you have to be very good at it. And so far he is just not finding the perfect ults, unfortunately. Not able to save that Malok there. The other ults were a little bit too early. Ooh, that Keera just completely smurfing right now. So much damage coming out of that pick. And that is what I'm talking about. Like, if you let this Keera do her thing, she can just decimate teams. And she is definitely the main reason they're crawling back into this game so far, I would say. She picked up that Violet, she picked up that Yeena right now, and she's definitely is securing the enemies, the FAP TV's roster here. The Slayer, yeah, they are able to pick up that Slayer only because of that Keera. And yeah, we'll see here, he gets that blue buff of his. The Richter uses his ult to poke a little bit there, which is fine. It's a very low cooldown ult. And I wonder how many endless cycles are remaining. Ignis still has both left, so that is always a good sign for FAP TV if it gets to that late game. Because if Ignis can revive, he can just clear the wave that the enemies are trying to push in when FAP TV is aced with his ultimate and stuff. And that is always really strong. So yeah, I assume FAP TV will be able to delay this game for a very long time. But yeah, there is another team fight. Right as I'm saying that, Malok gets picked off instantly. And I think Richter just flickered away. Yes, he did. And everyone is safe on the roster of FAP TV. They move towards that bottom lane tower. They will of course get that. They will get a dragon. And this is a huge swing for FAP TV. But still, they are in a gold deficit. Even though they're ahead in kills now, they are ahead in... no, they're not ahead in anything else, but they're ahead in kills. But yeah, that Yeena again knocking on the door of that top lane tower gets it even. So that is just beautiful. That Yeena doing a very good job split pushing. Now let's see if they get this tier 3 tower, because that will be of course the huge... I think Elvo will try to engage here. Okay, they are able to force the enemies away. They need to kill that dragon as fast as possible. Yeah, it almost drops. That is two lasers from Capheny without minions, and that tower is dead. So they have to be very careful, and Capheny gets that, almost gets that tier 1 mid tower. That is really good for Elvo that they're still able to hold on to that. But at this point it's so low, I think Capheny, yeah, they're just swooping in to backdoor it real quick. Very well played by FAP TV. Now we'll see if that, that Capheny has has the, what's it called, Medallion of Troy as well now, so that will be really difficult for Zill. Of course, he completed his Staff of Nul already, so I think he can still one-shot her. Beautiful Malok ult, that picks off that Ignis instantly. He uses his first Endless Cycle stack instantly though. Keera picked off as well. I think that, that Zill not able to jump away in time, but all of a sudden, that Yina is onto that Capheny, not able to pick her up though. She survives with around 100 HP. Of course, Capheny is just gonna lifesteal back up, and I think with Capheny still being alive, 4 versus 3 on the map right now, I think FAP TV will be able to pick up this dragon here. And I think I didn't promise too much. There is a lot of action in this game, so it's very enjoyable to watch. And yeah, we'll see here that the Muramasa just completed on the side of Capheny as well. Now, she doesn't have any room for Blade of Eternity though, okay? So keep that in mind. So if they are able to pick her up, they will just, she won't be able to revive. And I think the Violet, yeah, she already has her Blade of Eternity. She just sold an item to, yeah, she just sold, what did she sell? I'm not even sure. She sold something to buy, to build towards Medallion of Troy as well. So that is pretty much, this game is the battle of MAGE Assassins, Zill versus Keera, forcing both teams to just go a bunch of Medallion of Troys here. And very interesting, Malok coming in with that rock shield. Now that will be really fun to watch, because that Malok at this point will be will just have so many shields. If he hits like 3 people with his S2, he already gets half his health as a shield. And if he has that rock shield as well, we'll see if he is going to be able to survive against that Capheny. Ooh, Keera gets, Yena gets completely caught and gets completely one-shot there. Slightly out of position, unfortunately for her. This is still a gold lead for Team Elvo, but at this point it really doesn't matter anymore. 2000 gold when both teams are almost at maxed items. Even so far that some members are selling items to buy other items. That just does not matter at this point anymore. So yeah, this will just go down to basically the team fights. And if that team is able to find a good ult onto that Violet and they destroy Keera afterwards and the Capheny, that is just, it all depends on which marksman dies first, basically, okay? Both very strong late game marksmen. So as per usual, right now the AOV meta is all around marksmen. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. They are able to pick up that first base tower, FAP TV. So that is definitely a huge advantage for them. They might just back out and just wait for the next Slayer or Abyssal Dragon, because they have 2 towers down, but they want to get this 3rd tower. They're trying their best to get this third tower, but ooh, the Capheny gets caught instantly. Oh my goodness, that a bow of slaughter into that laser, just healing her for half HP, but they are still able to pick her up. So definitely that Violet is alive, and they are winning this fight very hard right now, because yeah, that Violet is just, oh, never mind, that Ignis turned it around with a beautiful stun there on 3 people, and now the Richter is going deep with his true damage. Malok has to jump away, still gets picked off, and now the Zill is just completely called out, doesn't have his ultimate available. I think that might be the game here, unless that Malok is gonna be able to get a miraculous ult very soon, but they lose 3 towers. Ooh, but that Richter will get picked off, I think. Oh my god, Richter is so broken right now. He is just healing so much with his first ability, invulnerabling so much damage with his S2, but this is what I'm talking about. The Malok late game just coming in hot here is able to force off everyone away, and I think, yeah, the Keera gets picked up. Now 3 towers down on the side of Team Elvo, but they are still in this game, I would say, because they can just push these towers out, these waves out. 2 people dead on the side of FAP TV, both their magic damage dealers, so they can just go in here and get this Slayer real quick. But I think FAP TV might go for a very aggressive play here. And so far from how these teams are playing, they will, and they are going for it. They're trying to push the enemies away from it. Malok dangerously low. Violet might lose her Blade of Eternity. Ooh, She didn't even have it. She had the Death Sickle, and the Timmy again out of range for that Violet. Maybe someone else was lower HP and she didn't get it. Very unfortunate, guys, though, because that probably means GG here. Never mind, Violet used her Endless Cycle. She is back on the battlefield, and that Timmy is definitely gonna drop here. Yeah, nothing he can do. Does he have his Endless Cycle? I don't think so. Oh, Violet gets caught again. I think that's GG now. Oh, she is healing a lot. She is almost dead. She is not dead, though. She is not dead. So the Keera just died. The Lumber just died as well. So again, this is a 3v3 right now. But, ooh, beautiful. Yena picks up the Capheny, procs the Death Sickle as well. So everything is down on Caphany's side. Everyone just selling Blade of Eternity into Death Sickle every single team fight at this point. And they are trying to defend this. But of course, it is really, really difficult at this point to defend so many minions pouring in. And FAP TV does the right decision, makes the right decision. Goes back and just picks up that Abyssal Dragon, the arranged one, of course. They are going to get this onto that Capheny. I think she ran out of Blade of Eternity, but she will have this revive. She might sell something into the... she might sell boots into Death Sickle. We'll see about that. Although these boots are very important, so the silence of Zill lasts a little bit less, so she can use that... Ball of Slaughter, right? And lifesteal back up during Zill's ult. So I feel like she will just keep this build. And we'll see what happens here. She's getting that... They are, of course, going to get this Slayer for free. And yeah, this is not looking good for Elvo right now, okay? This is really not looking good. This is just... They have all the odds stacked against them. The enemy team has both major minions on the map taken down. Both buffs, Slayer and Dragon buff, have the revival of the Dragon buff onto that Capheny, and they have all the towers down of Team Elvo. And yeah, I don't know what to say, man. This will be, if Team Elvo wins the next team fight, they're still in the game, but it will be a very, very difficult task. And keep in mind though, we still have yet to see a beautiful Timmy saving his... That Fenrir coming out of that Violet as well. She sold her Medallion of Troy. She is just going full damage here and just wants to whittle down the enemies and wave clear these. She gets caught by that Richter and is getting forced away. He is not able to pick her up though. The Malok dies. And I think that Zill will die as well. And at this point, it's really, really difficult. He revives. I think the Endless Cycles are used up. Yena gets picked up as well, and this is going to be the game over. Very well played by both teams, a lot of action. This is, what is this? 37, about to be 38 kills in like 22 minutes. Very nice, aggressive gameplay by both teams. Very nice to watch. And yeah, we will just go to the... Ignis gets the MVP. He played really well. Saved that one team fight. But as we already know, these are the in-game MVPs. There we go. We can see the damage numbers, 35% by that Capheny. To be expected. Very impressive by the Richter to do almost as much damage as his Ignis. Very well played on his side. And of course, again, Marksman. If it gets to late game, both Marksmen are going to be dealing the most damage. 30% on that Violet. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, let me know which other games you want to see of this beautiful tournament. And that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.